Alright, so I got a question from what seems to be a math challenge, and the question looks interesting, right? A circle with circumference C contains three similar circles, okay, three smaller circles, wow, having half the radius of the outer circle. The circles are equally spaced in steps of 90 degrees along the circumference of the outer circle. Determine the area of the outer circle not covered by any of the smaller circles. Okay, that's the white area. Determine the white area. Alright, so let's try this question. Let's try it out. Alright, so before we actually proceed to solving these questions, we would have to construct the circles from the question, how to construct them, and maybe do some editing to the work I will have here, assign some parameters so we can understand how we are actually going to find the required area, right? So I'm going to construct the circles I'll work with. Right, so this will be the outer circle. The pencil isn't clear. Alright, so that's the outer circle. Now from the question, you observe that the smaller circles have half the radius of the bigger circle, right? Let's say the distance from here to, let's consider this small circle here, right? Let's consider this small circle here. The distance from here to here is going to be r, right? And that's the radius of this small circle. You understand? Then the distance from here to here, that's going to be the radius of the bigger circle. And that's like the diameter of the smaller circle. Okay, let's take that in this direction. The distance from here to here is going to be 2r, right? Because the radius of the bigger circle is twice the radius of the smaller circle, right? So in addition to the construction of this circle, I'm going to construct this rectangle. Alright, so I'm going to join this point of intersection to this point of intersection, to this center, and to this center, right? Okay, so I'm going to join this to this. Okay, let's make use of broken lines. Then join this to this. Also join this as well. Alright, there's no need to join this, there's already a line there, but let me just outline the rectangle. Okay, now the rectangle has a length and of course its breadth, right? Now as you can see, the length, that's the distance from here to here, is going to be 2r, right? That's the radius, another radius, right? If I write this, having it as r, now you can see it's made up of 2 r's, right? So I'm just going to call it, let's say the length here is going to be 2r. How about the breadth? That's the radius of one of these small circles, right? The radius of one of them. So this is going to be r, right? So to get the area, the white area that is required, that's this unshaded part, we'll have to first of all find the area of this big circle, the bigger circle, the outer circle. Then subtract this area, the area of these three smaller circles overlapping each other, right? We have to get the area of the bigger circle and subtract the areas of these small circles overlapping. Now, if you remove the area of this rectangle from this first small circle, right, you just exclude the rectangle from this small circle here, you're going to notice that we have 3 out of 4. That's the area of this small circle. Now we have a portion 3 out of 4 of the actual area of this small circle, right? If you subtract 1 out of 4 from the entire circle, you'll be left with 3 out of 4, the area of the small circle, right? That's going to be the same case for this other small circle here. If you subtract 1 over 4 of the area for this small circle, you'll be left with 3 out of 4, right? Because the rectangle now covers 1 out of 4 the area of this circle. So the one we have left now is going to be 3 out of 4 the area, right, of this small circle. Now, how about the third small circle here? What's going to be the situation there? Now, if we divide this small circle here into 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You'll notice that this square, now this rectangle rather, covers 2 out of 4, right? In this case, it covers 1 out of 4, 1 out of 4. But in this case, now it covers 1, 2, right? 2 out of 4. So we're also going to be left with 2 out of 4, which is actually 1 out of 2, right? If you divide the circle into 2 parts, 1, 2, 1 is covered, the other is left, right? So the area of this small circle left is going to be, 3 out of 4, this area. This one is also left with 3 out of 4, the area. Then this is 1 out of 2, the area. Now, how about the area of this rectangle now, which we, constructed? What's going to be the area, right? The area of a rectangle is its length times its breadth, right? The length here happens to be 2r and the breadth happens to be r. So if you multiply the length and the breadth, you're going to have 2r squared, right? That's 2r multiplying r, right? So now we have all the area we need to subtract from the area of the bigger circle to actually get what's left. That's the white area, the unshaded area. You get the area of the bigger circle as the outer circle. You subtract this area, subtract this area, subtract this area, subtract this area. The area you have left is that of the unshaded region, right? So let's get all these areas. Let's get the areas. Now, the area of the outer circle. Let's start with that. Right, so the area of the outer circle is going to be pi r square, right? That's the formula for finding the area of a circle, pi r square. Now, what's going to be our radius? Like, what's the radius of the outer circle? That's 2r, right? That's 2r. 2r, that's the radius of the outer circle. It is 2, the radius of the smaller circle. You understand? All right, so we are going to be subtracting this area, this area, this area, this area, right? We're going to be subtracting these areas to get the remaining area, which is the unshaded portion. Now, what's going to be this area? Remember, this is the area of the smaller circle, right? 3/4, the area of the smaller circle. That's what this is represents. So what's going to be the area of this smaller circle? That's pi r squared, right? Pi r squared. Now, r is the radius of the smaller circle. You understand? Now, in addition to this, we're also going to be subtracting this, which is actually the same thing as the previous one, right? 3/4, the area of the smaller circle. Again, so you're going to be 3/4 pi r squared, which is this 3/4, the area of this smaller circle. All right, on this side we have just 1/2, the area, 1/2, the area of the same smaller circle, right? That's pi r squared. In addition to that, we're going to have to subtract this area as well, because it's also a shaded portion, right? The rectangle constructed is also a shaded portion. So that's going to be 2r squared, right? That's the area of the rectangle, 2r squared. We subtract that as well, right? All right, so this is the area of the outer circle, right? Let's actually simplify that. That's going to be 4, right? 2 square going to be 4, r square going to be r square, right? Subtracting, you sum up everything in this bracket, then you subtract it from this, right? So we're having 3/4. If you put these two together, we're having 3/4 pi r square. We also have another 3/4 pi r square. That's going to be 3/2, right? If you sum up these fractions, 3/4 and 3/4, that's going to be, okay, of course, that's going to be 3/2, right? 3/2. All right, so summing this with this, we're going to have 3/2 pi r square, right? That's for these two. Okay, we actually going to also sum that up with this, because this is also pi r square, right? We're going to sum that up with this pi r square, pi r square, pi r square. We have to put them together. All right, so let's put these two together since they're actually similar. put them together. Alright, so pi, okay, there's no need to include this bracket here. But since I've already written that down, minus, what do we have in the bracket? Now this is 3 over 2 plus this. 3 over 2, that's 1.5, then this 0.5, that's going to be 2, right? So we're going to have a total of 2 pi r square plus 2 r square, right? I'm going to open the bracket with the subtraction sign. 4. Okay, this is 4 pi r square. It's the same thing as this, right? I'm going to open this bracket with the negative sign. So I'm going to be minusing 2 pi r square, and I'm also going to be minusing 2 r square, right? Alright, we're getting to the final answer. Now I have 4 pi r square here, and I have negative 2 pi r square there. What am I going to be left with? I'm going to be left with 2 of it, right? 2 pi r square. Well, that's 4 minus 2, that's 2 pi r square. Then we still have our 2 r square here. So this is the area of the white region. This is the area of the unshaded region which we are asked for from this question, right? Okay, you can actually factor out 2 r square, and you'll be left with pi minus 1. We don't know the units, but whatever the units would be, it will be squared, right? It could be centimeters square, it could be millimeters, we just don't know, right? This is the unit for area, square, unit square, right? This is the area for the white region from the question, right? This is the area. What you have to do is find the area of the bigger circle, then remove these areas, right? Find the area of the bigger circle, you remove these areas, and you get the white areas. Hope you understood what we did. Take care, subscribe, and go.